You in die for me. You inward. Die, fetcher!
Sithis is the start of the house. Before him was nothing, but the foolish Altmer have names for and revere this nothing. That is because they are lazy slaves, indeed from the sermons. Stasis asks merely for itself, which is nothing. Sithis sundered the nothing and mutated the parts, fashioning from them a myriad of possibilities. These ideas ebbed and flowed and faded away, and this is how it should have been. One idea, however, became jealous and did not want to die. Like the stasis, he wanted to last. This was the demon Anwi-El, who made friends, and they called themselves the Aedra. They enslaved everything that Sithis had made and created realms of everlasting imperfection. Thus are the Aedra the false gods, that is, illusion. So Sithis begat Lorcan and sent him to destroy the universe. Lorcan, unstable mutant. Lorcan had found the Aedric weakness. While each rebel was, by their nature, immeasurable, they were, through jealousy and vanity, also separate from each other. They were also unwilling to go back to the nothing of before. So while they ruled their false dominions, Lorcan filled the void with a myriad of new ideas. These ideas were legion. Soon it seemed that Lorcan had a dominion of his own, with slaves and everlasting imperfections, and he seemed for all the world like an Aedra. Thus did he present himself as such to the demon Anwi-El and the 8 givers as a friend. Go unto the Sharmat Dagoth-Ur as a friend, A Herma Mora, Altadun Padhum, Kan Ai.
There is no escape. You wounds are great.
Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of the rest of it matters. Adventuring, fame, women, it's all pointless.
You have a question.
Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of the rest of it. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of... Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in... Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's... Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little... Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of the rest of it matters. Adventuring, fame, women, it's all pointless. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of the rest of it matters. Adventuring, fame, women, it's all pointless. Hello there. I suppose you've come to trade, and that's fine with me. Azura knows there's little else in the world worth doing. None of the rest of it matters. Adventuring, fame, women, it's all pointless. Justice never sleeps. I'll Msivi watch over you. You're the one they call the Nerevarine. You are a heretic, and all who support you are heretics. You may think Imperial law protects heretics, and you may be right. But some of the Temple faithful care little for Imperial law. We uphold Imperial law as well as the laws of the Temple. You believe you've killed their leader? Maybe, maybe not. Perhaps you should speak with Fedris Hlair about this. Fedris Hlair is the chief steward of Almalexia. You may find him in the temple reception area.
Justice never sleeps.
I clean this temple, Sarah.
Justice never sleeps. You believe you've killed their leader? Fedris Hlair is the chief steward of Almalexia. You may find him in the...
Almalexia knows and sees. Almalexia be praised, Sarah.
Ah, you're the one who has recently arrived in Mournhold from Vvardenfell. I was told of your arrival. I understand you had some problems with the Dark Brotherhood. An interesting group, and usually rather effective. I'm surprised you're still alive. Perhaps you have potential, or they sent incompetence. I believe you might be of service to Our Lady. I am always aware of those who might be able to serve Our Lady Almalexia. Few are worthy to do so. The temple and the city is guarded by the High Ordinators, and the hands fulfill other duties for the Lady. I am her chief steward, Fedris Hlair. Now, if you wish to be of use, we have some matters to discuss. The Lady Almalexia resides here in the High Temple. We in Mournhold all live under her protection. Perhaps you've seen Ordinators on Vvardenfell, fierce warriors all. They were the men judged unfit to serve in Our Lady's city. The High Ordinators are the strongest warriors in all of Morrowind. They protect the temple and the city against all threats. Do not cross them. I am Fedris Hlair. What do you want? Perhaps you have already met young King Hlalu Helseth, a foul man, unworthy to sit on a throne. Still, he holds right of succession. The lady must keep an ever-watchful eye on this king, though, lest he do something that would be detrimental to the temple, our fair city, or perhaps all of Morrowind. Currently there are concerns about some new recruits that Helseth seems to be training. Our new young king. He is ruthless and not foolish, as some would have you believe. He has some of his mother's political savvy, and he has all of his father's ruthlessness. A standing army is nothing new in the city, though it is largely unnecessary. Mournhold is protected by her walls from the outside, and by Our Lady Almalexia from within. None would dare mount an attack here. Still, tradition dictates that the king maintain an army. We believe that Helseth is raising quite a different sort of army. A goblin army. Foul, vicious creatures. No wonder Helseth has chosen them to be his foot soldiers. I know that the goblins are being trained nearby, though not where exactly. Ask around the city about goblins. Someone will know. I wish for you to find the location of goblin training area. When you do, kill the war chiefs. There should be 2. Sever the head of this army, and the rest will shatter like a scrib. You might rid the city of their 2 Altmer trainers as well. Complete this task, and the lady will be pleased. Traditionally, the Altmer have used the goblins to reinforce their armies. Why, I do not know. Rumor has it that Helseth has contracted 2 Altmer to train his goblin army. If you find these Altmer, it would be a service to rid the city of them as well. They are the servants to Our Lady Almalexia. When something must be done in her name, the hands are her instruments. They are the strongest, most pious, and most loyal of all the lady's followers. The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted. The Morag Tong only accepts legally approved contracts called writ.
Try me, and you'll regret it. If a few words can help.
Well, what's the status with the goblin army? Have you taken care of it yet?
Time to talk. I have a few minutes.
Hello there. Before you take another step, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gaynor, and I'm an entrepreneur of sorts. I was wondering if I could ask a small favor of you. How do you do?
If you're looking for someone to watch the king's health to you, Sarah.
If you insist.
Glory and honor, emperor and empire.
What is it? Yes? Do you seek transport to... Do you wish to go back to Vvardenfell now? I can send you to Ebonheart directly. On your way, then.
Hello, friend. Are you seeking transport to...
Hey, quickly! Did you want to meet the Archcanon? The Archcanon is in his private quarters, and he very much wishes to speak with you. But I am to warn you, avoid confrontations with the Ordinators at all costs. The Archcanon has spoken with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of faithful servants of the temple is spilled, it will make a reconciliation all that much more difficult. The Archcanon is waiting alone to speak with you in his private quarters. His private quarters are in the southern half of the East Chapel of the High Fane, but there are Ordinators at the entrances to both the East and West Chapels. There is a private back entrance to Sarione's private quarters. Perhaps you might also sneak past the Ordinators by stealth or magic.
We know your plan, Outlander. We know you plan to meet with the Archcanon in his private quarters, Outlander. We will be watching you carefully. Do not break the law, or we will take swift action. Theft, trespass, assault, foul murder, and contempt are serious crimes. Criminals must pay compensation or serve sentence.
What do you want, Outlander?
Are you here to serve the temple by performing duties? You claim to be the Nerevarine. You defy temple doctrine. The Order of the Watch calls you an agent of the Emperor and an outlaw. You belong to the temple, so we owe you courtesy and a warning. But others may not be so polite and may choose weapons instead of speech. Three blessings, Sarah. You claim to be the Nerevarine. You defy... So good. Faith, law, and justice, dear. Walk on. Faith conquers all. Have faith in the law. Theft, trespass, assault, foul... No foul deed goes unpunished. No wickedness goes unseen. Sharing is good. Sharing is good. I like sharing. He's recently arrived from Cyrodiil. You can find Agrippina Herenia's store here in Vivec. She is her home is in the Hlalu Canton Wasteworks. The High Fane is the largest tribunal temple on Vvardenfell. Archcanon Sarioni presides over the temple, along with a large staff of priests, healers, and monks. Pilgrims travel from all over Morrowind to view the High Fane and the Ministry of Truth, and to offer prayer and thanks before the Palace of Vivec. The Ministry of Truth is a celestial body suspended by Vivec's mighty power over the great temple of the Hall of Wisdom and Hall of Justice contain the executive, administrative, judicial, and martial operations.
Your actions precede you, Outlander. I've heard good things about you.
So good to see you.
Hail and
Three blessings. You claim to be the Nerevarine. You defy temple doctrine. The Order of the Watch calls you an agent of the Emperor and an outlaw.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander? Do you have something to say, Outlander?
see you. Thank you for coming. You know the Temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. Perhaps it is time to change that doctrine. The Temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with Imperial intelligence makes your motivations and integrity suspect. But you have been chosen, Hortator and Nerevarine, by the Dunmer people, and we have reached a crisis with Dagoth-Ur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House. You and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivek himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Good. Here are 2 keys, one to the private back entrance to my quarters, the other to a locked entrance to Lord Vivek's palace. I regret that at present the Ordinators are not completely under my control, so for now I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivek is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting. Lord Vivek is a lover of both words and deeds, and a master of weapons and poetry. The Order of the Inquisition identifies and suppresses heresy among